Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators offense will start this game off. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the years carried out on supposedly neutral ground, carries high stakes today, guys.
I'll tell you what's always fun about watching this game between Florida and Georgia is that there is just so much speed on the field. I felt that way when I played in this game. There's so much NFL talent racing around. The game just moves faster than most other games in college football.
I completely agree, but you did say the name of the game wrong. It's the Georgia-Florida game. In this rivalry, it's always played in Jacksonville, but speed, bragging rights, this game always...
Oh my goodness, he's still moving. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs obviously with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades,
and the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Gators send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
Still running at the 40. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And they get him down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this offense isn't all about the pass, right? Like, they're the top 10 in passing in college football, and I think they get all the shine. I love when you come out in the football game and create balance. I like running the football to complement this great passing attack.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting the run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Oh, and what a move. What a juke, and he makes it past the marker. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism, it was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
They'll ride the hot hand. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together.
Running toward the tape. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bradford. Hard running there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak.
He's loose. The tag. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, keep that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Now sliding to his left. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. The play action fake. Steps away. Fires on the move. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback. Right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Third down play from the gun. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man on the outside. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Dropping back, it's Bradford. He'll throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a really good job on a quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times.
Quick release on the RPO. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He'll just keep slinging it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
To the air on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bradford. Working that left side now. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Gators will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator coaching staff. They said it felt like Herschel Walker was back toting the rock for the Bulldogs. I mean, they had no answer for Georgia's running game a season ago. And defensively, the Gators know they've got to be a lot more physical in this one.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Leaves it with the running back. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. He's looking to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Offense getting set for first down. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's open. Got a lot of running room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
To throw, it's Bradford. The throw to the outside is complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
Going up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Leaves it with the back.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee.
Roll it. Check. Got it.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes like the Gators and Dogs duking it out on neutral turf, you know emotions will run high. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Quarterback checking the play.
Get set.
He's looking to pass. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. At midfield, he's got room. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's had.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
This is an offense that leads the nation in first downs because there's so many different ways they can attack you. They're versatile. They could throw it. They could run it. They've got so much balance, and that's what makes them so hard to stop.
Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off-play action on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Finds his big tight end. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on.
Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
First down for this offense.
42 Spider. 4 Raven.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rocks of war here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
Pound 55 weak. Go.
He'll set up to throw. Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Headed to the end zone. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion. So
Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Fielded in the end, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And and he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Snowed under by the defense. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Bradford. He's got it. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And the Gators will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working now.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe beat. Maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And this offense doing more of what they do. This is the #1 offense in the country in first downs. They find a way to continue to move the football, run, pass, so much balance. This offense is so good.
They finally make the stop at the big run. He's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
They're bringing heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Buys a little time. He throws into the middle of the field. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. You got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end, that speed off the edge?
Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. New Mexico State is going to enjoy the trip back to Las Cruces after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Aggie Memorial Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Makes his connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
To the air, it's Bradford. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many...
He's loose on the right. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen,
he's going for it all. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit behind note. A little bit.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. A 3rd down try for the offense. Trying play action. Trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Plum.